Before she died, legend says, Mumtaz Mahal made a wish for a mausoleum more sublime than any the world had seen. This will be Shah Jahan's task for the rest of his life, to erect the world's most beautiful building in her memory. The Taj Mahal stands in a long tradition of fabulous memorials in India. Shah Jahan's predecessors had constructed many gorgeous mausoleums. The Taj Mahal combines the very best elements of the memorials to Shah Jahan's forefathers. The tomb of his own father provides the model for the minarets. His great-grandfather's mausoleum had 4 corner turrets surrounding a central core. The 4 mighty portals are inspired by his grandfather's tomb. And Shah Jahan took the form of the Great Dome from the memorial to a famous ancestor. Different models, united in perfect harmony. No other mausoleum may come close to the Taj Mahal in scale, beauty, and grace. This monument must be nothing less than a paradise here on earth. Symbolism carved in stone and marble. A heavenly memorial to the Queen of the world. Or as a poet described it, a teardrop on the cheek of time. In 1632, just 6 months after Mumtaz Mahal's death, work begins on the Taj Mahal. It will be the greatest building project of the age. Some say that over 20,000 workers slaved on the building. A court chronicler captures the scene.
And from all sides of the imperial territories were assembled troop after troop of skilled men, stonecutters, inlayers, and those who do carving in relief, each one an expert in his craft, who began work together with the other laborers.
Millions of bricks are baked on the spot for the shell of the building. The Taj rises at record speed. But progress comes at a price. Day by day, this gigantic construction is draining the imperial treasury. But nothing matters to the great mogul. No expense is spared for this lavish project. Nothing must hold up the building work. Even if the people suffer terribly for the emperor's devotion.
Shah Jahan created an artificial famine when he diverted the supply of grain towards Agra, when it was meant for a different place. The regular supply of grain was diverted to feed a huge population of artisans, craftsmen, laborers, merchants, officials, servants. Such monuments cannot be built by a few individuals.
Today, no one remembers the ordeal of the people. Only the sublime result.
The color scheme of the Taj Mahal is deeply symbolic. The worldly elements and other buildings are all clad in red sandstone. White is reserved for the mausoleum. This is to be a building of enlightenment, an earthly representation of the heavenly house where Mumtaz Mahal will live for eternity. The pure white stands for the spirituality and faith of the person buried here.
The white marble for the Taj Mahal comes from quarries at Makrana in Rajasthan, still in use today. Makrana marble is already famous in Shah Jahan's time. Hard, yet easy to work, it's prized for its fine detail and high polish. The Great Mogul has reserved Makrana marble for imperial buildings. The marble slabs are carried more than 400 kilometers to the site of the Taj Mahal. Construction consumes colossal amounts of this fabulous stone. With the skeleton of the building complete, the bricks disappear forever beneath the pure white facade. It's this smooth, glowing stone that gives the Taj Mahal its unique impact.
Of course, it's this white marble that gives it its beauty, its lightness, that sense of floating. These are means of expression available to an architect, just as words are used by a poet.
Right beside the marble edifice, the gardens begin.
The garden is the heart of the Taj Mahal. It's an earthly picture of the paradise of the Quran. 2 paths divide the terrain into 4 squares. The channels along the paths represent the rivers of paradise in the Quran. Where the channels meet, there's a pool. This is symbolic of the celestial pool where the faithful quench their thirst when they arrive in paradise.
True to Mughal tradition, the mausoleum and garden form an indivisible unity. And the interior of the mausoleum itself is modeled after the 8 paradises of the Quran. 8 chambers surround the central space beneath the dome. Mumtaz Mahal's coffin lies here. Before long, it attracted pilgrims from far and wide. Even today, the graves of deeply pious Muslims attract thousands of pilgrims. The flowers on the graves recall the Prophet Muhammad. As he ascended into heaven, each drop of perspiration turned into a rose. The faithful pray to the departed, asking for their divine intervention. Indian Muslims are drawn to the sumptuous memorials of the Mughal rulers in the same way. Orthodox Islam has no time for the worship of saints, but here in India, it's widely seen. The Mughals brought Islam to the subcontinent, but they didn't interpret the Quran rigidly. For a long time in India, Islam was linked to policies of tolerance and openness. Under Shah Jahan, that tolerance and openness reaches far beyond India's borders. The Great Mughal decrees that visitors from the outside world will be made welcome in his empire. He knows there is much to gain from the exchange. So, travelers from east and west are regularly seen at Shah Jahan's court. Europeans can easily be spotted by their exotic headgear. Both sides benefit from this transcontinental contact. The Europeans are drawn by the precious fabrics, spices, and gemstones. European merchants pay with silver and bring new ideas to the Mughal Empire.